All right, welcome, everybody out there in La La Land. Welcome to Gas Presents Sports for the Culture. You know what time it is. Squad, let me go ahead and introduce the gang. Before that, let me introduce myself. I'm Scruff Lion. I'm the host for this evening. We got some real interesting conversations. Of course, we're going to hit our usual, but we got some real timeless something coming up for you all. Go ahead, top right, introduce yourself.
At Bryce XXV aka Mr. Big Leaguer, aka my mama's favorite gas panelist, aka proud WFT fan. There's 32 teams in the National Football League, but there's only one football team in the National Football League. That's Washington, baby.
Yeah, Redskins got a dub. They feeling great. On top of on their high horse, as I see. It's great to see it. Love the enthusiasm. I love it. I love the optimism, man. Hope is quite a drug. Bottom right, introduce yourself.
Hey man, it's your boy T Boogie. I'm feeling real festive, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get my snowball situated, you know what I'm saying? But everybody, hope y'all staying safe out there. As always, wash your hands, wash your ass, and lock in with us, man. It's gonna be a good episode. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mm.
Last but not least, Black Santa getting the love out here. We feeling festive. Last but not least, bottom left. Introduce yourself.
Bro. I know I've been in the cave. That's clearly y'all see me without the paper bag, because we're really the number one team in the East.
Wow. A lot of optimism on the gang, man. That's what happens when the division is what it is. The NFC East, the NFC least. So let's jump right into it, fellas. The NFL. Well, man, we might as well get into the conversation of the NFC East. I feel like somebody's going to have some takeaways that's got something to do with the NFC East. So, Bryce, you feeling good, so I might as well start off with you. What's your biggest takeaway from this weekend set of games in the NFL?
Well, I'm happy you passed it to me first and not my man on the bottom left, because I know which route he would have went. But I'm going to go the opposite. I'm going with the Washington football team, man. I think NFC East, we've been calling it NFC least all season, right? And then you got two of the teams from the NFC least beat two of the better teams in the NFL. And in one case, the Steelers, who many people thought were the best team in the NFL. And then on the other hand, the Seahawks, who they've been balling all season. Russell Wilson started on the MVP pace. Don't get me wrong, they fell off a little bit since then, but still one of the top teams, one of the elite teams in the league right now. And both the NFC least teams came out on top. And what that shows me is that the NFC least got something to say about this before it's all said and done. Shout out to the Washington football team for getting a W against the undefeated Steelers. Big win. I think it's like the first time Washington won in Pittsburgh since early 2000s. It's kind of sad. But shout out to them for getting it done. I've got other takeaways, but I'll start with that one.
Yeah, it was an interesting Monday night game. Honestly, I can't say that I saw that game going that way. I think we all saw a pretty big defensive effort. So I'm giving my hats off to the Washington football team for the week. It was a good week's performance, but I'm not getting to get crazy or nothing like that. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Anybody else got anything to say about the Washington football team?
Nope.
All right.
No, look. I think what we saw in the NFC East this week was like what they always say, any given Sunday, man. You saw I thought I saw some complacency, and I thought I saw a couple teams rise to the occasion. And Washington came out there and played a hell of a game. You saw that pass rush. You saw Chase Young. You saw Sweat. You saw why they drafted those guys. They did what they were supposed to do. I don't think they were supposed to win that game, but they found a way to win. Outside of that, moral victories and participation trophies, that's for rec league ball, man. Unless you going all the way, enjoy your Sunday, take your Monday off, and it's Tuesday already. Prepare for next week, because you got them 49ers. And I don't think that's going to go the way they think it's going to go. So, celebrate that win and hold on to that.
A little foreshadowing. Can the Washington football team keep it going? I mean, they got to be feeling good after a win like Pittsburgh. I mean, it wasn't our only team in the NFC East with a big win against a pretty quality opponent. Gee, I'm sure that you've got something to say about the Giants. You might as well go ahead and just tell me about how you're feeling right now in New York.
Man, I must say the greatest quote of all time in NFL. They are who we thought they were. And that's who the Giants are right now. We know who they are, and they're just playing how they are. The defense is, top 8 in the league right now? So I don't mind. It was a great defensive game, but that's not my biggest takeaway. I'm just happy they won. Matter of fact, I'm sad they're winning because I still want a top 10 pick. So I'm pissed right now. Like, the Giants are winning these games, and I'm like, yo, what's up, man? I want a top 10 pick. What's going on here? At first I was like, yo, we're tanking for Trevor Lawrence, and now I'm just like, what is going on? Like, we might go to the playoffs, but it's like false hopes. My biggest takeaway is like the Eagles, and I'm not even an Eagles fan. Like, Jalen Hurts is really gonna start for what? What's the point of that? That's my biggest takeaway. It's like the NFC East they are who we thought they were, and then I'm just like, what the hell is going on? Like, why now?
Okay, so I'm just going to jump right in and just throw Jalen Hurts out there. So you think that moving Jalen Hurts is a bad move for the Eagles? G?
Yeah. Why? Why start him? Like, you guys have no offensive weapon. Your offensive line is trash. And if anything, your defense has been the best thing about your team this year because your defense show up in the second half. That's the only reason why you guys lose less than 8 points this year. A lot of those games are like comeback. They could actually win those games. Like, a lot of the games when I see the Eagles play, a lot of it is like a bunch of great defensive stops, and you guys are like probably like 2-3 possession or 5 plays away from just winning, which is not that hard, but less than 2 minutes on the clock. You guys have a great quarterback. I don't know why Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts to me is what I see with the Saints with Hills. It's just like, why are we doing this?
I agree with that.
I don't know
great
about
quarterback.
that.
Did he just call Carson Wentz a great quarterback? Have you been watching any games this season? Carson Wentz can't wait to throw a pick.
Listen, I say that, right? Because I feel like the Eagles are taking the same route as the Packers are doing with Aaron Rodgers, giving him no weapon and just telling him, yo, man, do whatever you can with those guys. Call us back in May. Let's see what we could do and draft somebody for you in the 3rd round, maybe. But that's what your organization did to Carson Wentz. It's just like you guys treating him like how Green Bay's treating Aaron Rodgers, but this time is nobody took account for injuries for you guys. Technically, this is still a division for you guys to lose, and you guys can still win.
I'm gonna stop you right there, man. First of all, don't ever put Carson Wentz's name in the same sentence as Aaron Rodgers. All right?
No. Time out. So you telling me if your organization did their job right, you guys had Justin Jefferson right there on the board, and if you guys would have drafted him, you telling me this offense wouldn't look a lot different?
Yeah, but I think there's a lot more. First of all, let me start with this. I think there's a lot bigger problems on the Philadelphia Eagles than Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is one of the problems, but he's not the biggest problem. I mean, the guy's got no time to throw. That's the first problem. And then the question is, can they draft talent, develop talent, and they clearly seem to be picking the wrong guys, right? You got Justin Jefferson's the most productive rookie receiver, and he was on the board for you at 21. You got a couple other situations similar to that. I mean, I'm not done on Jalen Reagor or anything like that. But here the point is, there's a lot of issues, right? So going and putting the new quarterback in is not going to fix the issue. Let's start with that. But I'm not going to sit here and let you knock on the kid Jalen Hurts. And I'm also going to be really honest about Carson Wentz. I mean, the numbers don't lie when it comes to Carson Wentz. He leads the league in interceptions. He's in bottom 5 in quarterback rating. He's the number 1 most sacked quarterback in the league. All right. Yes, that's a reflection upon the offensive line, but it's also a reflection upon Carson Wentz because Jalen Hurts got behind that same line. And yes, he was under pressure. Yes, the line blocked like shit. But yes, he was actually getting rid of the ball. He was moving it. Carson Wentz just kind of has that deer in the headlight, and it just keeps coming and it keeps coming, and they just keep dropping back and they just keep coming for that boy. But Jalen Hurts maybe brings something a little different dimension to the game. And, like, I don't know, man. It's just something that could be said for, like, just something you can't teach. It's like a spark. That's something that the Eagles have been looking for all season, man. I've watched every single play for the Eagles this season offensively, and I've seen no spark whatsoever for the most part of this entire season. No consistency enough to get drives going. A whole bunch of 3-and-outs. And then what I seen was a little bit of a spark, a little bit of energy. That's not the first time we've seen that happen, right? We've seen that happen before. So now I am going to question Wentz's leadership a little bit. Why is it that when Wentz gets out of the game, people tend to start playing harder? So all of a sudden you see plays getting made. You see a punt return come back. All of a sudden things start turning in the right direction. And I think there's something to that. And you capture lightning in a bottle. And if that's with Jalen Hurts under center or whatever, team's fucked up. Don't get me wrong. But Jalen Hurts under center, man, it might be it's electrifying enough that I like to see where it goes. And I think this kid has a bright future. And that's not a knock on Carson Wentz, but Carson Wentz is playing terrible football right now. And it's because he's got terrible weapons too. But hey, we got to put out a team out there, bro. Jalen Hurts actually had the guys looking like they was actually trying to win.
T, you want to take this one?
Coming from a dude that had to watch hold on, let me help him out. Because I'm a Eli Manning ride or die kind of guy. And I got to see the worst of Eli Manning and some of the best. But I don't get how you Philly fans can't ride the wave. Like, it's ups and downs. Like, why you guys so fast to quit on your man after one bad season? It's not even like it's been 3 bad seasons like I had to witness with Eli Manning. You guys are going through like one bad season, which you guys are not taking consideration with 2 injuries. You guys paid Allen Jeffrey money for what? For nothing. Alshon Jeffrey got paid, and like, look, he's an old dude and got paid, and like, you guys bother to give him no kind of help when it comes to receivers. When y'all try to draft a rookie, y'all draft the wrong rookie. Clearly, like, this comes down to management. You can't blame Wentz for this. You got to blame your GM and your coaching staff. Like that, you just gonna make Carson Wentz your scapegoat now? Like, come on now.
Nobody's making him. Nobody's making him the scapegoat, man. He got benched because he's not playing well, bro. Honestly, like, you can blame management, you can blame coaching. Honestly, management and coaching on the chopping block right now too. I'm surprised if their jobs are on the line. They could potentially get fired. I wouldn't say Carson Wentz is done. I'm not saying Carson Wentz is done. If you think Carson Wentz is done in the NFL, I don't know. I could see somebody saying that. But I disagree. I don't know if he's necessarily done with the Eagles either. But if you're Eagles and you're sitting here potentially with the number 6 pick, number 5 pick, number 4 pick, you're in the top 5 with a quarterback-heavy draft, and you have just drafted a second-round pick quarterback, you want to see what the second-round picks got, because otherwise you might just be sitting on the number 5 on the board with Justin Fields on the board, maybe the most electrifying quarterback that's going to be coming out in the next 10 years. And you'd be stupid to think that you're just going to sit there and not look at that and evaluate your options. You got to go see what you got with Jalen Hurts. You know what you got with Wentz. You know he's talented. But right now he's not playing well. Let's see what Jalen Hurts got. And then maybe if they both suck, then you go and you draft a quarterback next year. Either way, when you're sitting there in the top 10, it's a different. You got to see what you got, bro. At least that's just my opinion.
Gee, man, you made one point that stood out, man. When you said that they giving up on Wentz after one season. You know what? I think you're right about this, G. I think this is something that I've brought up about Philly fans in the past, man. I know a lot of Philly fans, a lot, and they all got a similar attitude, is where when the going is not going good, man, they get to going, man. The Philly fans, they're not. Maybe we can call it impatient, right? You know, I tend to call it fair weather fandom, but let's call it impatience. But the moment a Philly fan feels like, something's not going well, the player they like's not doing good, they give up on them. They give up on them really quick. But you know the thing about Philly fans? They will love them again. So Carson Wentz comes back balling next season, man. I guarantee you, bro. All the Philly fans are just going to call this an off year. They're going to forget that they wanted him out. They're going to forget about Jalen Hurts. And honestly, G, I think that might actually be how it goes, man. I think Carson Wentz will weather this storm. Maybe Jalen Hurts plays this season, but we know what we've got with Jalen Hurts right now. He's going to take some time to develop in the NFL. It is what it is. And, yeah, man, Carson Wentz is going to end up being a starter again next season. I think I saw something that said $40 million is owed to Carson Wentz. $40 million on the Eagles cap next year if they cut Carson Wentz. So that's not happening. They'll have that man on their roster, and he'll probably win the starting job.
That's what I don't understand, man. We 15 minutes into the show, and we talking about the quarterback and backup quarterback of a 3-win team. I don't get it, man. I almost turned my camera off. Like Carson Wentz, like you said, man, he makes the money. He's going. They have to play him because they're paying him. Like the business is the business. If you watch that game, Jalen Hurts looked a little bit better, but did he actually perform better? I don't know. He got a punt return. I think his quarterback rating was 67. Wentz was 57. Touchdown. I don't care if you threw a touchdown. Your quarterback rating is your quarterback rating. QBR is QBR. 67 versus 57. I'm gonna just play the guy with 57 that we owe $40 million. You know what I'm saying? That's what's logical to me. It's a 3-win team. I don't want to talk about the Eagles no more. 3 wins. I don't care if they play. I don't care if they play the running back, quarterback. I don't care if the coach plays. Like the Eagles are on the clock. They're looking to draft a guy, and they're probably going to draft a quarterback. I don't care if they got 2 quarterbacks. They need another one.
All right, man. I'll say we keep it pushing to the next.
Please.
To the next takeaway. You got one, T?
My takeaway, yeah, you compared Jalen Hurts to Taysom Hill, and before last week, I would agree with you. My biggest takeaway is I dog Taysom Hill, and I don't think he's a quarterback. Well, I didn't think he's a quarterback, but from what I seen last week, I feel like he has the potential to grow into a starting quarterback. His style's still a little bit too mobile for me because I think that doesn't work long term in the NFL. But he could be a flash in the pan. He could be the bridge quarterback between Breeze and the next great Saints quarterback. I was looking at his stats, man. The man threw the ball 40 times. I didn't expect him to throw the ball 40 times. He had almost 300 yards, 14 rushes, 80 yards a tug. Like Taysom, and this is the thing that caught me. All week, Atlanta was talking about how, well, the first game we didn't have game film on. We didn't know what to prepare for. You played him again, and he went crazy. So I like what I see. You got the NFL team had the footage, and he torched them. So I'm flipping on my point of view for Taysom. I think Jameis is going to be a backup again next year. I don't know if it's going to be with the Saints, but he's going to be a backup again. But Taysom's that guy, and that's another situation of follow the money. The man makes 21 million, I think. Follow the money. He's going to replace Breeze, and that's just how that's going to go. But that's my takeaway. Taysom is their guy.
Yeah, he played pretty well too. I ain't gonna lie. I was a little hard on him, but I'm not ready to say all that about him. I ain't gonna say all that about him for real. I ain't gonna bring the conversation back, but I'll just say Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback prospect than Taysom Hill. And I wouldn't be. I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens this weekend.
Jalen Hurts is a better receiving prospect than Jalen Rieger.
Oh, dang. Hey, yo, one thing I'll say though, man, is we were tough. I think we were all pretty tough on Taysom Hill, some more than others, certainly. I remember that week we had a takeaway that everybody was mad that Jameis didn't get to start over Taysom Hill. You know, I was that guy that was saying, I want to see Taysom. Like, I want to see what this guy got. And,
caught a little racism backlash.
Yeah, and the thing about it, yeah, that's a fact. But the thing about Taysom Hill is he's been in New Orleans for a minute. You know, he knows that offense. It's not like he's new to it. You know what I mean? So I had a feeling that he could come in and adapt pretty quickly. And another thing is he's got a hell of a supporting cast to get the ball to. Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara, Traquan Smith looking like a dog too. I guess you got to credit Taysom Hill a little bit because Traquan wasn't doing too much with Breeze. But they've got a nice little mob for him to work with, and I think that's also, helping Taysom as he tries to develop his passing skills. But right now, I got to give him the edge over Jalen Hurts as a prospect, no question.
I mean, his quarterback rate was 107. He had a strong game.
Man, anybody can go in that offense and do well, bro.
Toss that thing to Michael Thomas 10 times, you good.
Oh, man.
Shoot. As a matter of fact, there was a stat I seen that said that the Saints are 8-0 without Drew Brees over the last 2 seasons. 8-0. 5-0 with Bridgewater last year. 3-0. It's even better record than the guy with Drew Brees. So.
Well, that's one thing I noticed is Taysom Hill has a stronger arm than Breeze at this point.
Yeah.
You know, he can make some throws that Breeze can't, and that kind of opens up the offense. And you add the dimension of running. I think he's growing. I think Sean Payton, he was the original Kyle Shanahan, the original offensive genius. So I think he's going to make it work.
Hey, well, man, I got one more takeaway I'd like to talk about before we get out of the NFL, man. I don't know how many more you guys got, but how about the Browns, man? Are the Browns legit? Is this
That
a
was
team
my takeaway too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is this a team that we buying, man? Is this a team that we rocking with? Because that win over the Titans was impressive. I mean, 38 first half points. They went to sleep in the second half, only got 3. And low key, the Titans started to build some momentum. If it was 2 more minutes in that game, Titans probably would have won it. But Browns did more than enough to get that W in that first half, and it was impressive. And Baker Mayfield was on his A game. This is the best Baker I've seen, I guess maybe since that first year we saw Baker balling out. So what do you guys think of the Browns? Are we rocking with the Browns, or are we not buying this?
I mean, I'm not buying them as a Super Bowl contender, but I'm definitely buying them as a team you don't want to play down into the season, you know, down the stretch, a team you don't want to run into the first round of the playoffs. I mean, that's another team. I remember you said something a lot of shows ago now, about when Odell went down and how now Baker can play. He can get the ball to anybody on the field versus just trying to target Odell. And I think you're right. And now they got Chubb and Hunt going at the same time. Defenses, Myles Garrett came back. I'm not going to say they're a contender, but it's a strong team. It's a strong team, and the record reflects that.
Yep. I got to agree with you. I got to disagree with Rome, man. I don't think the Browns are fool's gold. I think that I don't think they're fool's gold. I mean, gold is strong though. You know, they're not fool's gold, but they're like a quality bronze level team in the NFL. They're solid, man. And you was right, Bryce. You called it. You know, when Odell Beckham went down, you said they was going to get better. And low key, that's exactly what happened. And it's nothing against Odell Beckham. This ain't that. But it is something to be said about what it really takes to make a team, man. Teams aren't made on paper. Teams aren't made with names. Teams are made in moments. You know, like that's what makes teams. When you rise up in moments, and you build a team in those moments. When you lose a guy like Odell Beckham and you rise up, you know, when your quarterback goes down and you rise up, you know, those type of stories. Those are the type of stories that ignite teams, man. And the Browns actually got something good. And they're actually be a playoff team. And I think that's something to be said for Cleveland, who's been pretty horrible for a long time. So, you know.
I mean, they got Baltimore next. So, yeah. What do y'all got in that matchup?
I like Baltimore, though.
I like the Browns.
It's going to be a good matchup. And, you know, I start to ask myself, okay, I know the Browns in Baltimore. I know how they stack up on paper, but now I got to look at the records. Like, are the Browns a 9-3 ball club? That's what I'm going to look at they're 8-3 right now. I'm going to look at that record and say, is this a 9-3 ball club to me? I don't know if I see that. I've seen them a couple games now.
No, they already 9-3.
Oh, okay, my bad. 10-3. So is it a 10-3 ball club? So Baker, don't get me wrong, he balling, man. 334, 4 touchdowns last game. That's high-level football, man. 25 to 33 passing. That's high-level football. If Baker's playing like that, like I think another question we got to start asking is where does he rank within this quarterback echelon? You know what I mean? Like if you build it, and let's think about it like this: if you building a football team, who would you rather have, Baker or Burrow, or Baker or Tua? You know what I'm saying? Or Baker? Like some of these guys, I'm definitely going Baker over, but and I don't think Baker gets enough love in the league, but I think he's about to turn it on. He got so much love his first season that I think it went. I don't want to say it went to his head, but he might have lost a little bit of the hunger, and it seems like he got it back right now.
Man, it looks good. I like what I see.
Man, listen. The Browns right now are looking like that strong Giants team when they had Amar Bradshaw and Brandon Jacobs with that 2 duels they got over there, Raheem Hunt and Chubb. Because if you start looking at Chubb stats compared to your number 1 running back, Bryce, they're just the same. When it comes to running back stats, Nick Chubb is right there. I think he's like 1 and 2 when it comes to running back stats. He's like number 1 when after tackles, scrimmage yard. So I think the Browns are legit. I don't want to jump the gun and put all this weight on Baker Mayfield because clearly this is also on the defense because the Brown defense is legit. So I think the Brown has a great chance of beating the Baltimore Ravens next week.
Okay. All right.
I mean, hold on.
Really?
I want to take the Browns, but when I think about it, man, you're going to need some good quarterback play. I don't think they can run the ball down the Ravens' throat. And I don't like the matchup of Higgins and Landry and Peoples-Jones versus Marlon Humphrey in the game. So I'm going to go Lamar Jackson and company. I normally don't pick with Lamar Jackson, but this week I think the Ravens will get it done. You know what I'm saying? It's a bigger win for them. They need it more than the Browns. You know what I'm saying? It's a must win. Ravens got to win out on us.
Yeah, they do got to win out. And I'm surprised that you're going with them in a situation where they got to win out. I know you rarely believe in the Ravens, but honestly, man, I kind of lean towards the Browns. And you did make a good point. The Ravens secondary is nothing to play with. But one of the biggest reasons I felt that the Browns would be able to really bounce back after losing Odell was because of this guy Higgins, man. Rashard Higgins, and as y'all know in the Gas League, because I picked him up, Rashard Higgins and Baker Mayfield, I noticed that connection early on. They got a special connection. We'll see how much Baltimore's coming to fight. They clearly came to fight today against the Ravens. Against the Cowboys. They showed up. If they look like that team, then I like it. But if they're that team that's not letting Lamar loose, not letting him toss the rock around, and I think the Ravens can get beat in a shootout with the Browns.
Come on, Bryce. You talking about Dallas, man? Dallas. Are you really gonna say that against Dallas?
I mean, yeah, but when you 34-17, somebody, man, when you smack them around, you can't play with food. You can't play with your food.
Bro, I could have T's son and his crew beat Dallas right now. Bro, you talking about Dallas, man? Dallas. They are who we thought they were, bro. This is not like this is a gimme win for Baltimore right now.
I mean, we'll see, man. It's starting to get down to it, though. All right, man. I got one last NFL takeaway before we close out, man. I had said last week that I was done. I was done with the Patriots. Maybe that was 2 weeks ago. I've been done with them. I've been done with my Super Bowl prediction. So I'm making a new Super Bowl prediction.
Okay.
Man, I gotta say, I was very impressed watching Aaron Rodgers this week. It's the way that my man cut some things in there, bro. He be having dudes in like triple coverage and just be placing them dimes perfectly. So I only think it's right that the Super Bowl matchup is going to be two dime droppers just killing it. I think it's going to be Patrick Mahomes versus Aaron Rodgers in the Super Bowl. That's my Super Bowl prediction. That's my new Super Bowl prediction. Rodgers and Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Two quarterbacks going head to head. And crazy, but I might just got the Packers on that one. I might got the Rod. I like the Rodgers. I like Aaron Rodgers to come out of the NFC over Tom Brady and all these other guys. Like if you got me going, you got Rodgers, you got Brady coming out of the NFC going head to head. Put my money on Aaron Rodgers, baby. That's all I have to say.
You know what? It's bold, but it makes some sense with the way that the Packers been balling. They fixed that defense over these last couple of seasons. Preston Smith, Zaire Smith, the Smith brothers getting after it on the pass rush. That's one thing you got to have to go deep in the NFL playoffs is a pass rush. So Aaron Rodgers, pretty good pass rush, decent back end. I could see them making a little noise in the playoffs. I don't know if I'm ready to call them a Super Bowl favorite just yet, but that's not as bold as something I think it is. I like that takes, bro. I like that.
So we're just gonna pass over the Saints and just say Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers are like the definitive quarterbacks or the teams in the NFC.
Okay, same matchup. Breeze versus Rodgers. Give me Rodgers.
But I just want you guys to give me my props when I called that the Tampa Bay team was gonna be a bust. Like, look at this team. Like, that's a whole bust. Like, we at least thought that would have.
I'm saying the same thing,
bro. We all had the expectation of them being at least a 10-win team by now. They're like what?
They're still a playoff team.
Who cares, bro? Let's just when we care about that stuff.
Okay.
Tom Brady gets in, and then when he gets in, we know what he does. That's
That's
all on the
still
story.
a playoff team. Like,
Sure.
Yeah, the best Tom Brady's a Tom Brady with a bye. We're getting a Tom Brady without a bye this time. He's gonna lose in the first round. I put money on that.
I'll be waiting for that.
I'll take that money.
Yeah, I'll take that money too, man.
So what's up? What you talking about?
You know my
What
cash
you
app,
talking about?
homie.
Let me see who they play first.
Let's see the matchup.
If they play the NFC East, I'm all over.
You better
Rodgers
see
due for
if they play, bro, because they might not make the playoffs. G making a good point, man. Y'all were heavy on the Bucks early.
Bryce, time out, Bryce. Don't walk them out of this. They already walked into the dark side. So T, how much you got on it?
When it get there, you name it and we can bet it.
And Nick, you in it too? You in it too, Nick? That Tampa make it the first bye? The bet is Tampa Bay. Huh?
Nah, don't try to put me in no box, man. Well, when the week comes up and there's a game, we can bet on that, bro. Nah, he trying to bet me on some hypothetical shit, man. Nah, what's the odds on? Nah, you ain't about to set me up like that.
I'm taking Brady versus anybody except Green Bay.
Y'all betting on something that might not even happen, bro. They might not even make it.
What are you talking about?
I said when we get there, we can bet it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying it's a good chance, in my opinion, that the Bucks don't make the playoffs. But one thing I've been saying for these last couple of weeks, on the flip side, Tom Brady's old team. I told y'all the Patriots were not done. I told y'all Cam Newton was not done. This is not over yet. And guess who's still
gonna win a couple games?
Guess who's still in the hunt graphic right now? When that graphic comes up in the hunt, Patriots still in there, and as long as they're in there, they have a chance to make the playoff. They got a chance to make the playoff. And I'm still sticking to my prediction. The Pats will make the playoffs, man. Cam Newton gonna make some noise when he gets there too. Remember, I said it.
I don't see it happening, man.
They can win their division.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't really see that happening. The Bills, honestly, to me, the Bills look like the best team besides like probably the Chiefs and the Steelers in the AFC, for real.
So the Bills beat the 49ers and they look like one of the best teams. I feel you, bro.
Hey, man,
I mean, they made y'all. They didn't just beat y'all. They didn't just beat y'all. Let's not get it twisted. They didn't just beat y'all. They ran the fucking floor with y'all.
Oh wow.
It wasn't the best showing for our defense, but we trying guys out there like Deion Jordan, and I mean that's a game that the Bills should win. But they got it done. I don't know if they look like world beaters, but I don't think people are afraid of the Bills just yet. But if we go back, rewind the footage, I like the Bills coming in. I like the Bills after they draft. I thought they were building a team for the playoffs for this time of year, and they will make a run. So,
So wait, ALT, if you like the Bills, right? Who did you pick? Remember how we got to pick games? So who did you pick?
I never go against the squad. I picked the San Francisco 49ers. You know what I'm saying? We playing in Arizona in enemy territory. We had to battle, and we can't win every war.
Hey, listen, man. That's what I be thinking. Vegas be setting us up for failing, because it's crazy how you just said what you said. That was a fully healthy Bills team, right? And they were plus 200 coming into that game. And they were and then the 49ers were favorite. I thought the 49ers should have been the underdog.
I think the 49ers should have played a better game, honestly. I mean, but we have no pass rush. It's more and more. If you watch the 49ers, and it's probably not a reason to they're 5-win team, but it's starting to look like without Nick Bosa, that defense just can't get it done. They have to win in the shootout. They're gonna have to outscore you because there's literally no pass rush. Solomon Thomas, another first-round pick, he's out. I mean, D Ford out. Quan Alexander traded. We missing some pieces, but you got to play football. You got to line up and play.
Yeah, you got to line up and play, man. That's real. But yo, we're gonna switch gears a little bit, do something a little different. It's new segment. It's called Buy or Sell. It's really not that complicated. So it's kind of like stock market. We're gonna throw a little idea out here. Some of these NBA teams is trying to put together. I'm just gonna say you buying it or selling. You think it's a good idea or not? Are you with the movement? First one first is the most relevant right now. We got Russell Westbrook just got traded to the Washington Wizards for John Wall, starting a new chapter. He's leaving a toxic relationship behind. He's shining from ear to ear. He looks like a happy man in the Washington Wizards colors. Are you guys buying or selling Westbrook on the Wizards? G, I'll start with you. You shaking your head. Looks good.
Yeah, man. Russell gets his old coach back. Scott Brooks, right? Bryson, I'm right. Yeah, man. He gets his old coach back. He gets another star player that is not ball dominant. I think Washington is a top five team in the East this year coming up. I think Westbrook is going to dominate the East. The guy knows the East is still terrible, and yeah, I believe in this. I'm buying all the way. Give me $300 worth of stocks for you guys.
All right.
And we got to put some value to it.
300 on the Wizards. Okay. T. Buy or sell?
I'm buying, man. Push all the chips in, man. Put all my life savings on the Wizards being a top 4 team. I know G said the top 5. I'm going top 4 team in the East. I love the trade. I've been very critical of John Wall, honestly since his rookie year. But ever since they gave him that Supermax, the crazy contract, I knew it. One thing about DC, man, this is a city that loves players, man. I don't get it. Win, lose, or draw, they love these players. But you got to love winning. You got to be more committed to the championship, to the goals, to the dream. Westbrook is a far better player than John Wall at this point. I don't think there was ever a time in the NBA where John Wall was a better player than Westbrook. This is a better trade. I don't get it. You're bringing a supernova. Like, this is a superstar talent from the West to what most people say is a weaker East. He's going to go crazy. He's going to wreak havoc. Man, trot out your Kyle Lowry's against Westbrook, man. It's not going to go well for you. I love it, love it, love it. It's a buy. Strong buy. Strong buy.
Shots fired at Kyle Lowry. We'll see what happens with that come playoff time, though. Bryce, I already know what you're going to say, but buy or sell on the Washington Wizards and Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, you know what I'm going to say, man. I think the two gentlemen that went before me summed it up perfectly. So I'm just going to add a little bit onto it. Absolutely, I'm buying it, man. I'm all in. I don't know how you can't buy this. Whenever you upgrade, how often is a player for player trade an upgrade? Usually it's like just a contract swap. This was a contract swap and a definite upgrade for the Washington Wizards. And don't get me wrong, though. Rockets get a tough player. John Wall's still a dog. All reports coming out, all his workouts, all his pickup runs is that he's killing it. He's back 100%. So that's good to see. And as a Wizards fan, T did mention something. We are a loyal bunch. And that's just not Wizards fans and DC fans, period. We are loyal to our players, through thick and thin. I think sometimes that loyalty can blind some folks. There's a lot of Wizards fans out here that are upset about that trade. Why would we get Russell Westbrook? We just traded a guy with a broken jumper for another guy with a broken jumper. Like, if I see one of those tweets one more time, I'm gonna be bummed. I might start unfollowing folks because it's like you don't actually know what you're looking at. Russell Westbrook is a first ballot Hall of Famer right now, and he's still, in my opinion, in his prime. I mean, he's still last season. He's fresh off 27, 8-8. So like the dude is a baller, man. I don't see how anybody could think that the Wizards lost this trade. Definite win. T, I see you shaking your head. I'm guessing that's about the first ballot Hall of Fame point. But all right, dude, the only person to average a triple-double multiple seasons. That's a fact. Dude, I got an MVP trophy. That's a fact. Appeared in the finals. It's the first ballot Hall of Fame if he retired today. And I think he's only going to be able to continue it with the Wizards. He's going to get more accolades because, like y'all said, the East is weaker. Expect Russell Westbrook to tear it up. Perfect compliment to Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal and John Wall definitely had a tight brotherhood off the court. But on the court, it was clear to anybody who was a consistent Wizards watcher, you would know that they didn't completely mesh chemistry-wise on the court as seamless as it could have been. I think Russell Westbrook's at the time in his career whereas championship is now or never. I'm not saying he gets it in Washington, but what I'm saying is he's at the time of his career where he's got to realize if I'm going to win now. And he probably understands the sacrifices that must be made to win. He's willing to make those same sacrifices that he did for James Harden, for Bradley Beal. It could be something special in Washington this season. I don't see them being any lower than a 4. I said a 4th seed, but I'm with you guys. 4th seed, 5th seed. I don't see them being any lower than that. And if they did come out killing it, ended up with like a 2nd or 3rd, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Yeah.
Wait. So you're saying they're gonna be better than the Nets?
Better than the Nets? Nah,
So that's my second best team in the East.
I won't say better than the Nets, but you know what? We still don't know if the Nets really gonna be what they gonna be, man. I don't know yet. Are they finalized with a team? Kevin Durant playing game 1 for sure.
Are you saying you're gonna be better than Miami?
Kyrie, how are Kyrie and KD gonna fit? All these are questions that still must be answered during the season. East just got
that's debatable.
I think the Heat would have their hands full with a Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal situation. Because now you have another dog. Jimmy Butler is obviously a dog, and he controls games when he plays. Both teams. He controls the pace of those games. He controls the intensity, the environment. Now you got another dog on the floor. So I like it. Yeah,
I like it too. I mean, to me, it's a can't miss upgrade. I mean, you trade a guy that was completely out of commission, but like more or less he hasn't played. Like there was Jordan was in retirement for less days than John Wall has been out of commission. So you bring in a dude that's not even playing for a dude that's playing. You could argue he was an MVP caliber player 2 years ago. It's a clear upgrade, and like you said, Jimmy Butler, he just led the Heat to the championship. That's why it's a great upgrade. Doesn't matter where they really rank up. Technically, I don't see them being like a 1 or 2 seed, but bro, he just won the East out of 4 spots. So I mean, it's wide open. Anybody can take the East, and you've seen Russell Westbrook. I mean, Jimmy Butler do it with a less talented team. I mean, in my opinion, the Wizards have Brad Beal, a 30-point-a-game scorer. So I mean, I just can't miss.
Hold on,
I gotta go ahead and buy that too.
Let me say one more thing. I mean, if you still don't like this trade, think about this, man. The last time we saw a good John Wall, he was paired with Marcin Gortat. You know what I'm saying? That was when John Wall was at his best. I don't even know if Gortat is in the league, man. I don't know what this guy. I don't know where he is, but we haven't seen John Wall play over 42 games in 4 years. And one thing I know about that Westbrook, Harden, KD, when they all left OKC, they got better. They seem to play a little bit better when they left OKC. I think it's Westbrook's turn. I think he has a chip on his shoulder, and I think it's his turn to go crazy. And he might just actually average a triple-double again. You know what I'm saying? I know the numbers are going to be around 26, 27, 9 and 9, maybe 8 and 8, but I think he might go 27, 10 and 11. Like he has that type of firepower. Now he's going to take bad shots, right? He's going to make some bonehead plays down the stretch, but you live with that because he brings so much to the table that you just can't reproduce, man.
Facts. And a lot of games, man, where he could have made a bonehead play at the very end in crunch time, it won't be a crunch time. You're going to get way more blowout victories with Russell Westbrook on your team than you probably have in the last few seasons if you're the Wizards. Man, I couldn't agree with y'all more. I mean, it's honestly, it's a home run. So I got to shout out Tommy Shepard, GM of the Wizards. Wizards suffered through Ernie Grunfeld for a long, long time, man. Ernie Grunfeld ran the Wizards for, I think, 14 straight seasons. Never did anything positive, man. I could list the horrible draft picks, man, from Jan Vesely to JaVale McGee to
JaVale McGee.
Bruh, come on, bro. I mean, let's not even go back to like Kwame Brown days. I don't know if that was Ernie, but still, man, it's been bad draft pick after bad draft pick. You can't really name too many all-stars that he drafted besides John Wall and Bradley Beal. And both of those are home runs. In fact, the only other all-star I believe that Ernie Grunfeld ever drafted besides those two was Michael Redd. And that's back when he was with the Bucks, man. Just such a random draft pick, bro. Like, you know, but you're an NBA GM for almost 20 seasons straight, and you only draft 3 all-stars. You should no longer be an NBA GM. And I'm happy that Tommy Shepard came in and he's got the cojones to make something shake, man. He's not in there just playing around, being passive. We saw what the Raptors did just a couple seasons ago when they brought in Kawhi Leonard. Nobody had the Raptors on championship radar. Even when they got Kawhi, very few people were giving them championship radar, championship aspirations. But you saw what happened. That one guy flipped that switch. Now, the Wizards were a lot worse team last year than the Raptors were the year they got Kawhi. So it's not like you can really compare the two. But Russell Westbrook will definitely flip a switch that's been dormant in Washington when it comes to basketball.
Yeah, we'll see. Talk about dormant. Next buy or sell is going to be two players that have been dormant for a while, but they've reunited, and it feels so good from the looks of the pictures in Houston. John Wall and Boogie Cousins feeling real nostalgic, feeling like them Kentucky days. About 3 ACLs too late. Are y'all buying or selling the John Wall Boogie Cousins duo in Houston?
I don't even want to go first. Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah, please.
Sell. Come on, man. If John Wall was an issue at Rosemont, imagine what he gonna do with them strip clubs down in Houston, man. You know what I'm saying? Imagine what he gonna do, man. When the Henny mixed with the sweat, then his knee gonna buckle. He gonna be out. He gonna be hurt again, man. Like, Houston is a whole different ball game. I got a couple boys. They've been taking a lot of trips down to Houston lately, which is crazy. But they say it's a great time. I don't know if John Wall can resist that great time. I just don't think it gets done, man. It's Boogie's hurt, coming off injury. John Wall's coming off injury. There has to be load management there. I'm not buying it, man. I don't even know who else the coach is out. I'm not buying it. It's a hard sell. That team finishes like 10th.
I feel it. I can see where this is going. Let's keep this one quick. Anybody, Bryce, you selling it? You selling it too?
Right, I can't sell this for one simple reason. James Harden is still a member of the Houston Rockets.
He's not going to be there.
If he's not there, then I have to sell it. But if you're talking about James Harden, John Wall, and Boogie Cousins, bro, I'm buying that. I'm buying that. That's gonna be
which one of those guys has got it done? You know what I'm saying? Harden.
Bro, I'm not saying they're gonna win a championship, but
Boogie got a chip, actually.
They'll have a similar season to what they've had with Harden the last 4 years. Every year with Harden is you one of the top teams in the West, and he's averaging over 30. I would give him that again. You add John Wall. John Wall's a pass first guy all the way. Harden's going to get the most wide open look he's ever got playing with John Wall. Guarantee you that. And then on top of that, Boogie Cousins. All right, I might have Boogie. If Boogie can stay healthy, man, I believe in Boogie. But it's been rough for Boogie recently, man. That's my guy. So I don't want to say nothing negative about him. But if you got a healthy Boogie Cousins with those two guys on the perimeter, man, watch out. Watch out.
All right, G, Bray, you're the tiebreaker. I'm gonna lay off this one. Buy or sell?
I'm gonna go with T. We're gonna sell for 99 cents. Matter of fact, for $1 on a penny if we can, baby. Gotta get something back in return.
You gotta buy a little sell. I feel you, Bryce. The hope train is strong in Washington this week. It's right by the house. I know you caught it. All right, next up. We're going to talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo, man. MVP favorite looks like going into the season again. Y'all know how I feel about this, man. I think he's a regular season only player. I've said it before. Are y'all buying or selling Giannis three-peating as the MVP?
I'll start with this one, man. I'm selling Giannis as three-peat. It's not happening, bro. Who's three-peated a championship? Who are the guys? Is it Jordan and who else, man? I don't even know. But I'm not about to say Giannis is making it to that. Especially if you got KD back. You got LeBron, which I think LeBron could have easily got it last season, but they chose Giannis. I think it comes down to LeBron and KD battling it back out for that MVP trophy. Hey, but sleeper alert. Russell Westbrook MVP. It's a sleeper. It's a sleeper. Watch out though. Watch out.
Jesus Christ. He haven't seen him play a game yet. He's already calling him MVP. Wow.
Man, it's not far-fetched. He got one. He can make it two. What's up?
All aboard the Hope Train. All right. The T. MVP, Giannis. You're a Bucks fan, right? What do you think? Three-peat on the Greek Freak.
This is a hold, man. If you already bought it, don't sell it. If you don't have it, don't buy it. You know what I'm saying? This is a hold, man. It's going to be so tough to prove that a player that pretty much got washed in the playoffs by the Heat is going to be deserving of a third MVP, no matter what numbers he puts up. His numbers could literally go up, but everybody will be looking like, so what? Like, we've seen this before. So I'm not going to say it can't happen. It's unlikely. You know what I'm saying? It's unlikely, but he is a young guy. He's still growing. He's still learning. Imagine if he starts this season and he's developed a jump shot. You know what I'm saying? So potentially it could happen, but the odds of it happening are kind of low. So I'm gonna say hold. Don't buy or sell. If you already got it, hold on to it. You might get rich, but definitely don't buy it.
All right. Yeah. G.
I am buying. I could see it. I mean, he's talking about a KD. We don't even know if he's gonna come back to KD that we just finished playing. You're talking about LeBron James. It's gonna be LeBron James come, or what is playoff this time, around May now, or is it April? Or wait, is it in August? Is this July? Because the season starts like in 2 weeks from now, right?
Yeah, I mean, I really think I think COVID is gonna drive. You know what I'm saying? What the NBA does with the playoffs, but I think it's the same time. I think it's like the April. You know what I'm saying?
And you don't think Giannis and Holiday going to be a difference? It's not going to boost his numbers up?
I think his numbers could potentially go up. I just don't know if they'll give him enough. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if reporters, the writers, you know what I'm saying, guys that just watch the game will find it in their heart to give him another award when he left so ungracefully. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get that, but end of the day, this reward is for regular season, right? Not for playoffs, right?
Right, but it's the same reason you don't see LeBron or you didn't see Kobe winning back to back to back to back to back to back. Like, I think people get tired of the same guy getting it. You know what I mean? I think it's just a little bit of human nature in it.
Yeah, I'm off it. So I'm selling it too. I love hearing y'all talking about KD again, man. I'd love to see KD in the conversation. The Russell Westbrook out there. I got another dark horse candidate I'm gonna throw out there. Joel Embiid. Just throw it out there.
Bro, what? You see how he says how fast he says that name, bro? Joel Embiid. If I say it fast, maybe they won't know who I'm talking about.
My man said, Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that? Hold on, say that again, bro. Say that with your chest. Come on, bro.
Hey, y'all know. I'm gonna spare y'all the Sixer buy or sell. Y'all already know I'm buying it, so we just leave that one alone. I ain't even gonna do it.
I want to hear this, man. No. I want to hear this.
Okay, all right, bet. Y'all buying or selling on the new look 76ers led by Doc Rivers? I'll go ahead and I'm assuming most of y'all are going to sell, but I'm going to go ahead and give my buying speech. Bro, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, man. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far for practice. I'm liking what I'm seeing in practice, man. It's all we got. That's all we got, man. That's all we got in practice. I'm liking what I'm seeing, though, man. I'm seeing a team that's hungry. I'm seeing a team that's putting in work. I'm seeing a team that is starting to understand its faults. I'm seeing a team starting to grow up. I'm seeing them looking like they're about to set Ben Simmons free. He's about to be playing more of a point forward role. I'm liking what I'm seeing, bro. I'm liking what I'm seeing, bro.
Hey, bro, hold on.
You got more information. Are you at the practices, bro?
Yeah.
How do you have more information than Austin Rivers?
Austin Rivers?
Yeah, how do you know?
You're talking about the wrong son.
Are you working for the Sixers right now? Are you passing them the rocks and the layup lines? Like, what are you doing to get this inside? My man
can't wipe the sweat off the floor. Like, I like what y'all doing, fellas.
I get a 60-second clip from the Sixers every single day, just for y'all information.
Huh?
I get a 60-second. I've seen a 60-second clip of every single practice that they've had.
4 practices. So from 4 minutes of clips, you know all of this.
That's what I see.
I never even heard that.
I'm liking what I see, bro. I'm liking Steph Curry. Seth. My bad. I'm liking Seth Curry on the little off balls, Jones. I'm feeling like he's gonna step into a nice little role, playing for Step Pops. I'm liking Shake Milton coming off the bench. I'm thinking he's gonna be a 6 Man of the Year candidate. I'm liking Ben Simmons running around loose, man. I'm liking what I see, bro. Like I said, bro. I'm liking what I see.
All right.
I think
Hold on.
crazy.
So it's
all right.
And Nick,
Hold on.
helping Ben Simmons with his 3-pointers.
Okay.
That's the only thing that I care about right now is Ben Simmons shooting threes in practice. Because if he ain't, bro, you guys ain't going nowhere.
G, you don't know a goddamn thing about basketball, so just leave Ben Simmons and 3-pointers alone, all right? You leave that man alone, all right? Shaq, did Shaq hit his free throws? Nah, but did they win 3 championships? Okay, you feel me? So just leave that boy alone, man. Leave that boy alone, man. Leave that boy alone, man. Leave that boy alone,
I
man.
want to see some.
Yo, hold up.
Bro.
You gonna start throwing deer? You gonna start throwing deer in the water and tell them to start swimming, bro? Let people do what they do, man. Ben Simmons not gonna shoot his fine, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you take
let
this.
him play ball.
I'm gonna let you take this.
Ball, man. Play ball, man.
I'm still stuck on how you derived all of this, how you extrapolated all this out of 60 seconds a day. If I only saw my son 60 seconds a day, they call me a bad father. They say you don't know that kid. How you get that much information out of 60 seconds a day?
60 seconds a day of footage plus the media coverage. I got interviews with everyone. I got daily interviews with Doc. You feel me? I got enough.
By media coverage, that means you're reading sentences to like you're reading what they write about the practices.
Nah, I'm interviews, bro. Video.
All right, man. I'm gonna leave you alone, bro. But yo, I gotta sell this, man. I gotta sell this, bro. Because what new look Sixers? What new look do they have? I mean, they got rid of what I think was their 3rd best player, Al Horford. So I guess they're trying to sell me on addition by subtraction. I never believed in that. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And then they added Curry. They added the lesser Curry. he is a dog though. He can shoot, but that's what 12, 13 a game career. All right, so y'all get 12 points from that, but y'all lost Josh Richardson. Y'all probably y'all's best perimeter defender. Y'all lost him. So now who's gonna guard the ones on the other team? Seth Curry. Okay, good luck. Ben Simmons already proven to me that he can't guard the opposite team's one. So I don't see that happening. I don't know, bro. I'm selling it, man. T, is there anything I missed on that, bro? Because someone else got it.
You want to know what, man? This might be a little bit of a hot take, but I'm buying. I'm with Scrub. I didn't get the clips. I didn't get the footage. I didn't see the reporters, but I like what they did, right? If I was a GM, that's exactly what I would have did. Big name coach, bring in a lot of shooters because my stars can't shoot. So I need to, surround them with guys that's going to knock down open shots. If Ben Simmons and Embiid are going to dominate the offense, when they kick, I need them to kick to a Curry. You know what I'm saying? I need them to kick to a Maxey. I like what Philadelphia is. You know what I'm saying? What they're doing. I like what they're building. And if they're not built to win next season, it's for the future. Embiid and Simmons are still young guys, man. This is going to be a team that we're talking about for the next 5, 6, 7 years. So I'm buying.
It's gonna be a team we talk about for that long if they're able to keep those two guys together. I don't. You know what? I'm gonna tell you about the Philly fan. I think I've told y'all about this before. They're a very impatient bunch. They're a very impatient bunch. I can see Philly trading away most likely Simmons for a big fish, maybe a Harden, probably something lesser though. But even if they were to get Harden, like to me, that'd be an excellent trade for Philadelphia 76ers. Then I would be saying, I'm buying the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm buying Harden and Embiid, but I don't know. I can't be convinced to buy until they bring in that 3rd guy, which may be Tobias Harris. And me and Scrub talked about this the other day. Tobias Harris reunited with his old coach. maybe he takes that leap. But the Sixers need more firepower if I'm going to buy them as a threat to win an Eastern Conference championship and win the NBA Finals. Like, what am I buying
so what
them
are we
being
buying?
a playoff team, or am I buying them being a really, really good team this season? If I'm buying them being a playoff team, yeah, I can see them, being anywhere between 4 and 8. I'm buying them being a contender.
I'm buying them as a contender.
I'm selling that. I'm selling that all day as a contender.
The East is wide open. We just said that. How are the Sixers not a contender if the East is wide open?
Because we got the Nets.
Do you know what you're getting?
We got the Celtics. That's just, the Celtics, Bucks, and Heat are better than them based off last season to me. I'm not going to put them ahead of none of those teams based off last season. So now moving on to this season, I'm not going to say that those teams got worse. And the Celtics added Seth Curry and Danny Green, and they got better. Like,
I don't buy that the Heat are better. I think the Heat had a hot run. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended. In the bubble, I don't think when you go home and away, you add in travel. I don't think that Heat team is the same team. I could be wrong, but I'm not buying what the Heat did last season as sustainable.
You know what? The Heat got a dog, and when you got a dog on your squad, all you gotta do is get to the tournament, man. All you gotta do is get to the tournament if you got a guy like Jimmy. And they weren't the number 1 seed going into the tournament, but they made it to the tournament. And they did go on a crazy run. I'm not taking nothing away from them, especially not to give it to the Sixers. That's crazy to me. The Heat are NBA champions. I'm not taking nothing away from them. So like I can't do it. And like I said,
I think Simmons is he's emerging into a dog. You know what I'm saying? He might not take over offensively, but I think he can control the game. And I think he can shut down Jimmy Butler. I really think head-to-head, a matchup. I think even in a one-on-one game, I think that's a great matchup. I think Simmons would stop Jimmy Butler.
I don't think that at all. No,
he's
one of the best defenders. Definitely selling that.
He's an underrated defender. He's one of the
All NBA defenders last year.
He's all NBA. He's not. I don't think he's underrated. They gave him all NBA, so he can defend. But he's not shutting down Jimmy Butler when it's time to get a bucket, bro. I'm not going to disrespect Jimmy's run that he just made like that. I can't do it to that, man. Jimmy Butler's one of those guys in the NBA that when he decides to turn it on, nobody's stopping him when he's on. When he's in his mode, you're not stopping Jimmy, and that's why.
How many rings he got?
He got 1. He got 1 more than a lot of greats. He got 1 more than a lot of great Bammers, bro. He got 1 more than them all, bro.
That's big.
I give Jimmy a lot of credit for that run last season.
Jimmy don't got a ring?
No.
Nah, he ain't getting no ring, bro. He ain't never getting no ring. Next question.
I'm confused here. I thought the man got married. I was gonna rock with you.
Yeah, he ain't getting no ring. No ring talk, man.
Yeah,
that's only for the good.
Hey man, but I'm selling on the Sixers though, man, because this is the same Sixers team we seen last year and the year before. All I'm waiting is when they're gonna trade Ben Simmons or Embiid. So I'm waiting until May, maybe.
All right. I ain't even gonna try to hold you. I didn't ask you though.
I hope they don't trade those guys, man. Just because I want to see how it plays
we all
out,
know what's gonna happen.
It's gonna be nice to see how that plays out, bro.
Stop. So I'm gonna read y'all Doc Rivers' quote that I heard earlier today. He said, when asked about James Harden and trade rumors are surrounding his team, he said, "Look, everybody that's talking about those trade rumors, they're not inside this building. They're not here. This team, we love what we got right here, man. We're not looking to trade nobody. Period. Move on."
Bro, he said what he's supposed to say. What you want him to say? Like, he can't say.
And you said what you're supposed to say, man. You say what you're supposed to say. The same thing I was saying. The same thing I was saying when y'all had Odell Beckham. I was like, I can't wait for y'all to trade him. I can't wait for y'all to trade him. Until y'all did, man. But you know what?
And look,
y'all keep that home wrecking shit, man. It's fine. We're trying to tear up my guys, man.
I hope y'all.
Ben and Joel said they about to move in together, man. Real life.
For real?
That's what Ben said. You know he got dry humor. Dry humor though. You know he might have been being sarcastic. But he said him and they about to move in together, man. So I'm just saying, I don't know about them not getting along. Thank you, T. Coming in from both sides.
Buy the Sixers.
Bye.
I'm everywhere. Y'all never there.
Bye.
Man. But one thing I'll say before we get off this, man, I do want to see Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid stick together at this point. just because so much has been talked about their combination, man. I'd love to see what it ends up being, whether it's good or bad, regardless of what I think it's going to end up being. I want to see it. I want to see it out to the end, man. Let's see if they can figure it out.
Where
Matter
it's
of
gonna
fact,
be
you're
interesting.
right. Cause I just want to know how more miserable Nick is gonna get. Yeah, you're right. I want to see this to the end.
Hey man, you don't know nothing, man. Cause the thing about me, bro, I stay with them good vibes, bro, all times, bro. That's why this next topic is one of my favorites, man. Top 5 is really for the timeless, all-time albums. Top 5 hip hop albums of all time. Oh man, this joint hit deep. My list is a classic, so I'm gonna hold mine though. T, I'm gonna go ahead and start it off with you, brother.
Hold on. Let me.
Oh, no, matter of fact, Bryce, I'm gonna start it off with you.
Yeah.
All right, let's get it. And I gave this, man, honestly, I'm still debating my fifth, man. My fifth it pains me to even have to pick a fifth because let me preface this by saying my top 5 albums is not going to be for everybody for one, because at the end of the day, a little bit of bias comes in. So I got like 15 albums right now, maybe not 15, but at least solid 7 or 8 that I could choose for my fifth favorite right now. And I can't decide. I'm just torn apart. I'm torn apart on it. So, I decided I was kind of just going to go basically eeny, meeny, miny, moe it real quick to decide my fifth album. And so that's where we are, man. My number 5 album is Jay-Z, The Blueprint. I'm a big fan of Hov's collection, man. And in fact, Volume 3 was also in the running for this selection. I went back and forth. There was a couple other albums. Ready to Die was on there for this selection. All Eyes on Me was also on there for this selection. So it was tough for me to choose this one, but I ended up going with Blueprint. Shout out to Hov. Like I said, as I go to my number 4, man, this is my list. Everybody ain't gonna like it, but I had to give one for this generation because I feel like things improve, and I feel like rap has improved on individual levels. Maybe not the whole culture in some opinions, but there's individuals out here that are doing it that have advanced the art form. So number 4, I got Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City.
Happened to my guy.
I don't know, man. He blacked out. I've never seen the screen go black like that. That's crazy. But yeah, man, number 4, I got Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City. Classic album. Like this is one of my favorite albums, definitely of the 20 teens, I guess we could say. And I felt like when I was making my list, if I didn't have something that was a little bit newer, that's kind of me saying like I don't think rap has progressed at all. Well, I think there are individuals that have, like I said, advanced the art form. So number 4, Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City. Number 3, then the 3, 2, and 1 could have been shuffled. However, I think I got one right, but 3, 2, and 1 could have, I love them all. Number 3, I got The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Classic album. If you don't consider it hip hop, I would have to disagree with you because it's hip hop at its finest. It's all the elements of hip hop today, meshing singing melodies with hip hop. And it's crazy how relevant it still is to this very moment. It's also crazy that Miss Lauryn Hill only has just one album. Like we could never get a second album. That's still wild to me. But
she got to unplug. And T Boogie, fun fact, man, I actually saw her perform that concert. Jiffy Lube now. Back then it was Nissan Pavilion. I don't even remember how old I was. You know what I'm saying? I went with my mom. That's how long ago that was. But amazing concert, amazing time, amazing content. I mean, that's one of the best albums of all time, period, in music. So I respect that. I like that pick.
Nah, facts. One of the best albums of all time. So definitely that's my number 3. Like I said, it could have been 2, it could have been 1. Number 2, I dropped this to the fellas the other day when I was just kind of thinking about my favorite albums of all time. And number 2 is Kanye West, Graduation. And a lot of people might think that was from left field, but when you go back and you check the track list to that album, man, it's hit after hit after hit. And the content is things that's relevant. It's content type of stuff that can get you through your day, through your moment, through whatever. Ye was on another level to me, in my opinion, Graduation. To me, that's his best album. I know a lot of people don't agree with me with that, but I stick to it. And my number 1 favorite album, it comes from who I think is the all-time best rapper. I think Scruff knows who that is. And that's Nas, man. That's Nas himself. my favorite album of all time. Well, not just one of my favorites. Not my favorite, but my number one album, hip hop album of all time. I'm thinking best is Illmatic. Illmatic is almost perfection when it comes to a hip hop album, top to bottom. Man, I don't know how he did it because I don't want to say he regrets because I mean, you know, it was written Stillmatic, God's Son. They all fire. But bro, Illmatic.
That's a one hot album every 10-year average.
Oh shit.
I'm just saying though, bro. Like you gotta give it to Illmatic. You gotta give it to Illmatic. I mean that album has songs that change hip hop forever, in my opinion. So
hey, what's your favorite? What's your favorite song on that album?
Man, in New York State of Mind. That's one of my favorite tracks. Let's see, Life's a Bitch, Halftime. Oh Halftime. Man, Halftime also kind of started like a wave of I feel like artists do that to this day where they kind of like got interludes that are actually like songs kind of that are kind of like bookmarks of the album. I see a lot of that today. It ain't hard to tell. I mean, come on, that's like Nas dropped a classic. And honestly, you think back to your favorite albums or your best albums, and you start thinking back to the moments that you were listening to them in. And all I think about is riding the bus on the way to school, just bumping Illmatic every day, bro. Just being like, this is rap. This is rap at its finest. So, number one album all time for me is Illmatic.
Love it. Love that list. G, what you got?
All right, I'm going to go with a little bit of the wave of Bryce. Right now, with my favorite new album right now, it's going to be Sorry for Being Antisocial by Roddy Ricch. I still love that album, even though it's like a whole year back. I still bump it from top to bottom. It's hard for me to skip a song. And then after that, I'm going to go with J. Cole, 2014 Forest Hill Drive. Ooh. That's my fourth. Okay. That's from top to bottom is something I can't miss. And then I'm hit you guys with you gotta always put a Jay-Z in your top 5. You gotta put, for me, my favorite Jay-Z album is the Black Album. I love the Black Album. That's I don't know. For me, that album itself put me on to Jay-Z. But I was a big G Unit fan, so I wasn't really torn Jay-Z. But when I listened to the Black Album, that's top 5. And then my third album now? No, that's my second, right? Yeah. My third album. No, this is my second. I'm sorry. My second album is gonna be DMX. Is Dark and Hell is Hot. DMX. That's my favorite DMX album and my top 5 album of all time. And if you guys know me and you guys know what I just said earlier, my favorite album of all time is Get Rich or Die Trying. Oh man, from Patiently Waiting, which is like my favorite song, to 21 Questions. Man, I could go on to Mini Man, which you see now what people are trying to do is you're trying to replicate that Mini, man. You got Pop Smoke and now you got 21 Savage trying to do their own little twist, little tang to that. Man, those are my top 5 albums.
I love that list. I love that list like a fat kid loves cake, as a matter of fact. T.
Hey.
All right,
what's your top 5, man?
My top 5 changes, man. It really changes depending on what's going on in my life, how I feel. It could. I don't even have a top 5. I feel like I got a top 20, honestly. But some of my favorites out of that top 20 that I feel like I could just turn on at any time and just let play. Number 5, I got Stillmatic. Like, to me, I understand the impact of Illmatic and why it is what it was, but Stillmatic to me, man, the content, the ether, you know what I'm saying? This is a time where we thought Jay-Z was untouchable. And it's just a great, got yourself a gun, one mic, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love it, you know what I'm saying? I love that album. So that's number 4 for me for right now. Number 5 for me for right now, my bad. Number 4 is The Cool. I'm a huge Lupe Fiasco fan. I always go back and forth between Food and Liquor and The Cool. I like The Cool. I think lyrically he did a little bit more than in Food and Liquor. I think it's a masterpiece of an album, from Dumb It Down to Paris to Tokyo. Hip Hop Saved My Life. I think that song's about Slim Thug, if I remember correctly, kind of about his life loosely. But Lupe is a master MC. I think that is a almost damn near perfect album. And that's my number 4. You see, so bad I had to make a list. So my number 3, and honestly, this could go number 1 on plenty of lists, but Life After Death, man. I remember having this double disc. I remember switching CDs. I remember just playing More Money, More Problems and Hypnotize and, you know what I'm saying, over and over and over again. Big is arguably one of the best rappers ever. So Life After Death is number 3 for me. My number 2, and this is where I gotta, you know what I'm saying, just disagree with Bryce totally. My Beautiful Twisted Dark Twisted Fantasy. Look, that album is a classic. That is one of the greatest hip hop albums ever. One of the most brilliant things about that album, a lot of people don't even pay attention to. None of the songs sound the same, but somehow they all flow together. And this is after you know what I'm saying, people are thinking that Kanye might have fell off. You know what I'm saying? We got 808s and Heartbreaks, and we don't know where Kanye is, and he drops this. I mean, certain songs like Power, they said 5,000 hours went into the making of Power, man. I mean, it's just things like that, man. You can just play that. It's just a great album. I could go on and on and on and on. You could honestly write a whole dissertation about that album, but that's the one. Let me pop my list back up real quick. So that's 4. My number 1 isn't even an album, man. It isn't even an album, man. If you saw my Spotify, you know what I'm saying, 2020, it said my favorite artist of 2020, and this is his mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Put him on the scene. Drake, So Far Gone. And to me, that's just a classic. It's almost like a Jordan 1. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might not be his best project. Maybe it is. But it's the one that's going to, you know, when it's all said and done, oh, we lost my man Bryce. I mean, we lost Scruff. Bryce.
Oh, shit.
It's the one that's going to define his career, man. Like, it's the one that put him on the map and you can't even argue this. It changed music. It changed entertainment. You know what I'm saying? It changed rap. How many rappers do we have out here now singing? You know what I'm saying? And we got Ja Rule singing. We got 50 Cent singing. But Drake is the first guy to rap and sing and just take it to that next level, man. Like, I don't know. So Far Gone, classics, successful, all of that stuff, man. If you could drop So Far Gone anywhere, in any environment, in any situation, and nobody's gonna be mad at you. There's not a lot of albums you can do that with, and So Far Gone is one of them. Album mixtape, but that's my number 1.
Yo, they got the Ignorant shit by Lil Wayne and Drake on Spotify.
Ignorant.
Oh man, that was some of the hardest bars that both of them went back.
Lust for Light.
Oh my god.
See what I mean? It's nostalgic. You know what I'm saying? You know what you were doing when that dropped.
I was walking to school. I remember that.
I was driving an all black Intrepid, and I had a club for my security system. You know what I'm saying? You put it on the steering wheel, it had a key. You know what I'm saying? Had a club. It was also a weapon that, you know what I'm saying, it came to that.
That club could double as a lot of things back in the day.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was a good time. Yo, can y'all hear me, yo? Y'all got me? Y'all ready for this list, man?
Yeah.
Top right, state your name.
All right, bet. I had to switch blocks on y'all real quick, man. I'm about to take y'all back to school on y'all. But so top 5, man. I'm gonna start with number 5 for me, which was it's some repeats in here, man. But I grew on what you said about the Kanye Graduation album, man. That joint was just so uplifting, bro. Some of my favorite songs on that album, Can't Tell Me Nothing, Everything I Am, just real. Like, Ye really did save some of the best beats for himself, bro. So, like, the production on that is just through the roof. Like, I love it. Some of my favorite Jay-Z tracks were Ye productions as well. So, Ye, number 5 for me. Number 4, I'm going with Nas. I'm going with Illmatic. Life's a Bitch, One Time for Your Mind, a couple of my favorites, One Love, Live That. That's real for me. Number 3, Lauryn Hill, man. Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Some of my favorite songs on that album. Lauryn Hill, man, just really just soulful, sultry, hip hop, just really just total package, man. Just really a gem. Number 2, gotta throw the Biggie on there. So Life After Death, Biggie, that's my favorite album. I know a lot of people like Ready to Die more. Life After Death to me, so much more, just so much deeper, bro. It was just like incredible, man. And for him to drop that and literally be the last testament that we got of the great Notorious B.I.G., it's really legendary. And then number 1, y'all know I had to do it too, man. Jay-Z, The Blueprint. That's my number 1 album. That's the number 1 rapper. You know, it's easy. Jay-Z, man, he said, yo, I gave him the blueprint, man. H to the Izzo, man. Come on. The Rule is back. Come on, man. Yo, The Blueprint was a classic, bro. Timeless. Every track, lyrical exercise. Oh, man, he was killing them. He said, y'all ain't real. That's y'all Achilles heel. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Song cry.
Lyrical exercise. Breathing on. Come on.
My man made the song cry, man. That was a Thanos moment right there. Moment. Okay.
Hey, but you know what's significant about The Blueprint? It's a bunch of Kanye and Just Blaze production, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I really think that's when Jay-Z was at his best.
Yeah. Nah, it was a great time in music, man. That was really like the epitome of when The Rock was on the top. It was a good time, man. It was a good time. Honestly, I could have thrown a couple of them. Honestly, we all hit our 5, so let's throw some honorable mentions out there. I mean, I gotta throw it's a random one, but yo, Aquemini, bro. Outkast, man. Andre 3K, man. That was a classic album. I know Stankonia's up there too in my book.
Yeah. I mean, Outkast definitely got classics. I mean, all their albums are pretty much go down in history. I'm trying to think off the top, man. I know there was a couple that I was wrestling with. G made a good one with Good Rich or Die Trying, man. That is a classic album. And no matter how you shape it, it was basically like on the bottom end of my 10 that I was debating to go in that 5. But
bottom 10.
I'm saying like if I had 15, it would be in my bottom 10. But that's still a classic. But I'm surprised nobody had any Pac albums. I mean, All Eyes on Me was tough for me not to put that on there. I thought T might come with a Pac album. I thought somebody was gonna come with a Pac.
I've always been a Biggie guy, man. Every time I get into Biggie and Pac, I always get somebody saying Pac got me through my bed. If you gotta be locked up to appreciate Pac, that's a little one-dimensional.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I throw another one out there recent that I really loved, start to finish, like every track. Victory Lap, Nipsey Hussle to me is a all-time classic.
That's a classic.
Yo, for me, my best Kendrick Lamar album is To Pimp a Butterfly.
To Pimp a Butterfly
way more than I like his first album.
Oh, I don't know. To Pimp a Butterfly was definitely a classic, but bruh, Good Kid, Mad City. When I really started thinking about like how great albums were over the past, because I was really trying to take my biasness out a little bit and just think about how great each album was. Bruh, Good Kid, Mad City is one of the best, definitely one of the best hip hop albums of the last 10 years. That's still 10 years, right? Definitely one of the best hip hop albums, if not the best of the last 10 years. I mean, that shit was tough, bro. That shit was tough.
I'm a little older than y'all, so you know what I'm saying. I still remember the impact of the Chronic, Doggy Style, East 1999, Bone. You know what I'm saying? It's some. The '90s had some albums, man.
Bone. I don't know. Yeah, Bone might have. Bro, didn't that one album basically have like not all they hits, but you know what I'm saying? Like that one Bone album has like 4 ridiculous hits on it. I'm gonna find what the album that was.
Probably East 1999. Crossroads, that's East 1999. Thuggish Ruggish Bone.
That joint got like not all the hits. They got hits for days. I'm saying like that one album got like 5, 6.
Yeah, I think I was 4th or 5th grade when that dropped.
That joint got classic songs on this one album. I think that's another thing that defines a great album. You got to have multiple bangers, multiple classic hits.
Yeah, for sure.
A classic album can't just have be classic because of the flow of the album or the production of the album. I need hits. I need at least 4 hits for me to be like, this is a classic. Nah, maybe at least 3 hits for me to say it's a classic album. At least 3.
I mean,
I'm surprised none of us put an Eminem album on the list.
Well, none of us lived in a trailer park.
Nah.
Oh shit.
No, just no. Oh. Hey.
I mean, I don't know, man. Y'all sleeping on that.
Marshall Mathers LP was pretty good.
Yeah, Marshall Mathers LP is a classic.
How about the Encore?
That one out there too. Chronic album and the Doggy Style album, 2 of my favorites from the West Coast.
Nah, Marshall Mathers, that's a good one right there. That's a good one.
Definitely a good one. All right. Well, there's some solid ones in there, man. Some real solid ones in there. Another classic show, classic segment, of course. You know what I'm saying? Timeless stuff for real. Y'all go ahead and follow us on all the social push platforms, you know, at Good Ass Sports. Yo, my man with the Santa kind of.
What type of slang is that?
Yeah.
My man.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not.
I think so.
I'm
They say you need to do this commercial, man. We need an advertisement off that, man. Somebody endorse us, yo.
Oh, he was dead ass talking about your teeth.
Hey, man, I guess I'm shining out here. I appreciate that, man. Real. I just bought a charcoal bristle toothbrush. Maybe that's it. You know what I'm saying?
What's up with that whole charcoal, man? That's like what is going on with that's the new wave?
I don't know. I saw it was all black. I bet on black.
Oh shit.
The brush black, the bristles black. You know what I'm saying? I like it.
I bet.
Yo.
This could go so many ways, but I'm gonna say bet. Bet. As long as we're all on the same page, yo.
Oh.
That's facts. That is a real hot take, man. I don't even remember the brand. Colgate something, but it's a charcoal toothbrush, man. Straight fresh out of CVS.
Oh, fuck.
Hey man, we got the endorsement deals lining up, man. Let's get my man a toothpaste commercial, man. Charcoal toothpaste. People hit him up, man. Hit him up. T Boogie taking in all your endorsements, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all watch it. Give me a Nike endorsement. But nah, for real though. Until y'all pay me, go ahead, follow me at Good Ass Sports. Follow us at Good Ass Sports. Go ahead, download the app. Join the community, man. If y'all like what y'all see tonight, subscribe. YouTube, man. We everywhere, bro. We need to be staying on this gas, man. Otherwise, you're gonna find yourself on the road. You know what I'm saying? Calling AAA, and you don't want that, man. You don't want that. You need the gas. But y'all know how we do it, man. We sign it off the way we only know how. You know, because we are sports for the culture.
Sports for the culture.